Hi guys, welcome to MotorBeam and welcome to another vlog. Now today we are in Bangalore for something known as Honda Drive to Discover. Now earlier there have been 9 editions of this Drive to Discover. This is the 10th one and I'm really thankful that once COVID has come in, Honda is actually going ahead and doing this event. Now previously we've been to a lot of places. So what exactly is Drive to Discover? Drive to Discover is an annual event by Honda where they, in their own fleet cars, they take you to various other places around the city, country which are lesser known, which you want to do. Like we've been to the national reserves, we've been to Pench, Kana, Bandhavgarh, that entire belt. We've been to the east of India, we've been to Arunachal, Assam, the entire belt. We've been to Khajuraho also, we've been to Kolkata, and we've done even Bhutan. Can you believe even Bhutan we've driven down? And this is one epic event because there's absolutely no pressure, there's no review, there is no timeline. It's just chill, enjoy, explore. And if you're a travel freak like me, then definitely it's one thing we all love to do. Now this is the 10th edition of Drive to Discover, and today we are going from Bangalore to Chikmagalur, and then we'll be going somewhere to some place called Kundapur, which is near Bangalore, and then we'll be going to Goa where we'll finish this thing. Now there are 4 cars, actually all the Honda cars are there in this event. There is a WRV, there is a City, there is the Jazz, and there is the Amaze. I forget that. There's Amaze. Now I'm actually looking forward to driving the City because the City drive was supposed to happen last year, and unfortunately this COVID thing shot up and they had to cancel the drive, and because the hospital being on and on, I never actually got the time to drive the City when it came to the MotorBeam garage, and Faisal has driven it of course, but I'm actually looking forward to drive the City because I think south of 20 lakhs is one of the best sedans out there. So let's see how these 3 days are going to pan out. It's going to be lots of fun, and let's move it from here. So it's finally around 1:30 and now we are behind the wheel of the Honda City. Now this is the first car we are driving today from Bangalore to Chikmagalur, and I'm actually quite happy to get behind the wheel because it's been such a tiring day so far. I mean, I know it's only afternoon, but I woke up at 4:30 to take a 8 AM flight for which I had to leave home at 5:15. So it's been, you know, a little sleepy here and there, tired. And to make things worse, on this trip, Zubair is also not here, means I have to shoot on my own. And these Honda guys are pretty nice. They've given us some nice B-roll, and they're also shooting for us at times. You know, the common videographer who's shooting the whole convoy and all. So I've requested him to sit with me right now and he's shooting. So thank you for that. So now, today we're going to Chikmagalur. Now Chikmagalur, as the name suggests, nothing to do with chicks, like what Ritesh thought earlier. It is basically a hill station in Karnataka, which is close to Bangalore. It's like how Mumbai is to Lonavala, something like that. And a fun fact here is that Chikmagalur was the first place in India where coffee was cultivated. So there are a lot of coffee plantations around. And tomorrow, because we'll be reaching pretty late at night, tomorrow we'll go and try and see what is the local stuff there. And meanwhile, I'm actually driving the City for the first time. Like, it's quite crowded right now in the city. It's afternoon time. I don't know why there are so many people on the road at this time, but they are. And 100 PS of power, 200 Newton meters of torque feels very nice. And I don't understand why some manufacturers saying that diesel is not the perfect thing to drive, because diesel is, I mean, the low end torque, the drivability which a diesel offers is quite unmatched in this segment of a car. So it's almost half distance to Chikmagalur. We are in this place called Hassan, and it's time for a well-deserved tea break. And what is tea without some pakoras and some French fries? What's it?
And some good company of good friends around here.
Thank you so much, sir. Wonderful drive so far.
Very nice.
After the pit stop, we've actually switched onto the Amaze because we thought we'll just try out another car on a different section. So this is the diesel-powered Amaze, and again, as I told you, I love diesel cars. And this also has a great balance of power and torque. So now we are going to this place called Yagchi Dam. Yeah. So the name sounds very Japanese, and because Honda is a Japanese company, they've kept a visit over there. No, I'm just kidding. It's because it's one of the local attractions here. So we'll go there and see, you know, what's the thing. It's very scenic.
So
So we are at this place called Yagchi Dam, and the sunset is looking absolutely beautiful here. I don't know if you can hear the birds chirping, but the peace and serenity at this place is absolutely mind-boggling. Good morning guys, it's day 2 of Try to Discover 10 and I want to talk about last night actually first, because last night it became very dark. I tried to shoot but we actually didn't get good footage, and obviously you know that Zubair is not here today, so I'm actually missing him, but we have other guys who are helping us out. So last night was all about authentic local cuisine. Chikmagalur cuisine, or rather let's say Karnataka cuisine was there, so we had a lot of things. I tried to shoot them but the light was so bad that we couldn't show you that. So we had something known as Mamsa Saru, which is mutton curry. Saru actually means curry over here in the local language. And then we had some sukha mutton, sukha chicken, and a lot of local stuff which I actually didn't get to try because I was so full. And the dessert was paisam, like it was awesome. And one dish which really stood out for me was some bhenjaki goju, which is actually bhendi, but it was actually a nice vegetable. I did try it a little bit. So today morning I woke up to this beautiful view of the hillside. So this property is on a hilltop. There are actually coffee plantations all around, and coffee actually grows on the hills, as we know. Speciality for breakfast here is something known as jackfruit dosa, which is served with a ginger chutney. Now obviously Try to Discover is not only about driving cars, it's about experiencing the local cuisine, experiencing the culture, just absorbing the culture and absorbing the nature. In fact, just enjoying everything which is put in front of you. So we actually enjoyed that jackfruit dosa, and it was really tangy. And I mean, I would never actually expect that jackfruit can be so tasty, and I'll tell you honestly, I've never actually had jackfruit, rather never actually liked jackfruit before. So this property, 3-week Resorts, is like quite in the wilderness. It actually reminds me of Taj Vivanta in Coorg, which we had gone for Drive to Discover 5, I think, in the Mobilio long back. And there was one incident which really stands out, that even though it was a Taj property, in the night when I checked in, I went to sleep, I saw there was something in the corner of the door. I actually went to notice, and it was actually a snake which was coiled up. So that memory is always etched in my mind, and whenever I come to these wilderness resorts, first thing I check my room, is there any snake here? And that actually freaked me out at that time, but now I kind of laugh it out. So now today we are going to head from this place in Chikmagalur to a local seafood Mangalorean restaurant called Ghazali, which I think is there in Mumbai also. And then we're going to go to Kondapur, which is going to be a stop for the night. So now we are waiting for the car to come and pick us up, because this place is like some 40 acres long and wide, and it's impossible to walk everywhere. So there is our ride to get back to the reception lobby. Now these plantations, coffee plantation, and all these hotels who are along the slope, they always use these Mahindra vehicles, and I don't know why. They love these Mahindra vehicles, and this hotel also has all Thars, Boleros, TUVs, and even the old CJs. Apparently these vehicles work very well along the slopes. They are very rugged, and because of the off-road capability, these are the preferred choice in this area. These guys actually navigate through these small roads like anything, It's like what you would actually equate to rally kind of driving. But of course, that's the only job, and they do it like day in and day out. So after a heavy breakfast in Chikmagalur, having that jackfruit dosa and all, we set out for our destination, which was Kondapur today, and we had the WRV diesel at our disposal today. Now this route is about 250 kilometers from Chikmagalur to Kondapur, and it actually passes through Bangalore, Udupi and all. So the first section was actually very twisty. There were about 100 kilometers of ghats and very dangerous, twisty, windy ghats. So we were actually enjoying driving the WRV there, because this car handles like a charm. The ride handling balance is very good, and the diesel engine really pulls cleanly on the highways. We had a pit stop at Ghazali, where we barely made it because it shuts down at 4 o'clock. We made it around 3:40, and we had some really good seafood over there. So Ghazali is like a restaurant in Bangalore, like how Martin's is in Goa. Like if you talk about Goa, you talk about Martin's, and similarly when you talk about Bangalore, you talk about Ghazali. So we had too much food over there, and we overate. And I don't think I'm going to eat anything after this today. And now we've reached our destination in Kondapur, where we're going to stop for the night. And this day was around 250 kilometers. It was one of the most tiring days. Now tomorrow we head to Goa, actually, which is our favorite place. And Goa is going to be like along the entire coastal route. So I'm expecting to see some very nice viewpoints, very nice places where we can shoot, and some good coastlines. So that's for tomorrow. So today it's a wrap, and let's see you tomorrow morning. Good morning, and we are at day 3 of Drive to Discover, and just look at these views. And guess what? We are not even in Goa yet. So we've just left from Kundapur and we came across this very nice stretch of the West Coast Road. And today we're driving the Amaze, the IV Tech Petrol. And we just stopped here to just absorb a little bit of nature and a little bit of beauty. And just look at that water, it's so clean and green. So we have reached our lunch stop, which is this hotel Amrut in Karwar, which is like one of the most famous places. And since this is a coastal town, you get a lot of seafood, fresh seafood. And now this waiter guy has gone to show us the fish which he's going to be serving us. So let's have a look. So this is the fresh menu we have with us. Can you explain what is what?
This one is the snapper, the estuarian snapper. Found here at the junction of river and sea. 4 different snappers we have. This one is the red snapper, black snapper is there, diamond snapper we have. But today's fresh catch is the red snapper. We'll try the ghee roast preparation, amazing.
So this is a byproduct of what we saw earlier, the kingfish. This is the kingfish. This is the red snapper. These are butter garlic prawns. And this is the pomfret. Now these guys have 3 or 4 types of preparations. This is the ghee roast. This is the masala fry. This is the rava fry. So guys, we've completed the 3rd leg of Honda Drive to Discover 10, and today we drove from Kundapura to all the way to Goa. Now this was actually a very epic drive because the roads were beautiful, absolutely straight roads, no ghats as such. So today we were driving the Honda Amaze 1.2 litre IV Tech. Now this car is not really very enthusiastic when it comes to driving on fast roads, but they've kind of found the balance between fuel efficiency and performance. So it was quite good, not bad at all. And along this route there are a lot of touristy places to visit, like there is the Murdeshwara temple in Murdeshwar, where it is the 2nd largest Shiva statue in the whole world. That was quite a sight. Of course, it was unfortunate that we never got to go there because of time constraints. There's also Gokarna, which is a city of temples, but we did stop at a place called Karwar, which has some awesome seafood. It's a coastline city. Now we've come back to Goa, and this is the end of Drive to Discover. So there are a few takeaway points for me from Drive to Discover. One is that it's been actually great traveling after a year. COVID has actually stalled everything. We've traveled after a year. I've actually never done a 2-3 day trip once COVID has come in. So this is actually great, and of course all social distancing norms, masks, everything was followed. We actually got a COVID test also done before and after, just to make sure that everyone is safe. The second thing which I didn't tell you actually when we were in Chikmagalur is that coffee was actually first cultivated there, that I told you, but what I didn't tell you is that how it got there. So later I came to know there's this guy called Baba Budan who was there in the 1600th century. He went to Mecca for Hajj. Hajj is an Islamic pilgrimage. And at that point, coffee was only cultivated in Yemen, and these guys were so strict that they would not allow you to take the coffee bean out of the country. So this guy actually managed to smuggle 7 beans in his beard, and obviously that time there were no customs and no flights. These guys used to travel by ship. So he actually got these 7 beans to India, and he cultivated it in Chikmagalur, and that is actually the birthplace of coffee in India. And I'm sure Faisal is hearing this; he'll be very happy because this guy actually gave coffee the beans. Joke alert. Okay. And of course, it has been great, this whole 800-kilometer trip right from Bangalore, Chikmagalur, Kundapur and now to Goa. It's been epic. So I sign off with this one. Hope you like this video. Make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe to the MotorBeam channel, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye. Some people are polluting the lake over here.
How?
Brother, peeing is not allowed here.
And pooing also.
Brother.
Brother.
Oops, it's Clint Thomas.